Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and today I've got game number 2 of this best of 3 and my goodness am I looking forward to it because game 1 was pretty intense. It's not like a Zerg versus Terran I've cast frequently, but of course this is game number 2. It's on Akalon Waste, a map that people are going to be a lot more familiar with, and spawning up in the top left position as the blue Zerg player from Team Startail, it is Life, who's currently 1-0 up. And his opponent down in the bottom right position is the red Terran from Azubu. It is SuperNova. Now game 1, SuperNova went for a proxy Rax. Life went for a 10 pull. Both happy to be very aggressive, and of course, as everyone knows, Startail Life uses Zerglings more effectively than most people can use an Ultralisk. He is just that good, but SuperNova, he managed to hold off the initial aggression. Yes, he took some losses, but he managed to make it come back, and that's where things got pretty interesting. But Life, he followed it up. Instead of trying to take the natural, which the proxy Rax was guarding with a bunker, he was like, screw it, I'm just going to get a Rotoran down, charge across the map, and just kill you, and he did manage it. It was pretty dicey at a few moments, but Life managed to pull through and take that first game. SuperNova is going to be wanting revenge though, and going for something a bit more standard. This barracks as part of the wall off. Clearly a little concerned that Life may be going once more for that early pull, that early aggression, but as you can see, that isn't occurring in the slightest. We've just got Life going very normally here. Everything looking pretty well. We can see, the one thing I love about this new interface as well is you can see the APM of these two. It's absolutely crazy how quick they're playing. But yeah, do let me know as well. I did ask this at the start of game 1, but if you've got any comments, if you prefer this interface, let me know in the comments section below. I personally think it looks awesome, so I am going to probably be using it for a while I get some opinions. But if everyone hates it, then maybe I will change my mind. Now, this drone is just going to start trying to pick away at the SCV. Isn't going to be able to delay the barracks though, so not too much achieved there. Simultaneously though, just back at home, we've got Life busy getting down his natural. When gas, then pull. So hatch gas pull came down. That means early speed, potentially early tech. More likely just for the speed though. And of course this is being matched up by SuperNova, who's busy getting down that Reaper. Not doing anything too crazy, anything too concerning. Just going to be pushing across the map, trying to deal a nice little bit of damage. A little poking. The big thing to look out for, of course, from SuperNova is whether or not there's going to be a second Reaper down, because one Reaper is just going to mainly be for scouting, a little poking and prodding, but not really trying to deal damage. If a second Reaper comes out, though, which it is, suddenly this is a bit more of a commitment from SuperNova. He has to deal some damage, because if he doesn't, frankly, he's going to get himself into a bit of a tough spot, because you need to be dealing that damage in order to, quite frankly, justify getting these additional Reapers out rather than a couple of Marines. You need to keep the map dominance, you need to be forcing more Zerglings, picking them off, forcing more out, keeping the drone count lower, and really just stopping a counterattack, because all while the Reapers are out, a flat up counterattack without a bunker and Marines down is going to be a little bit more tough, especially if it's followed up with this factory, and then of course a reactor on the barracks. Now, the Reaper, busy trying to work away at these drones. The drone may become an extractor, there we go. Just want to keep that alive, because of course the extractor can be cancelled, which is always a good little option there. But yeah, as it stands, we're just seeing this very annoying, this very irritating Reaper poke his way in and out, trying to deal a little bit of damage where at all possible. And yeah, every time Zerglings are forced, it's keeping the drone count a little bit lower. That drone is going to try and get taken out. Will become a Spore Cooler though to keep it alive. Of course, Spore Cooler is the cheapest thing next to an extractor to do, so they're still looking pretty good. But with a Queen there, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for these Reapers to do anything. Back at home though, oh my goodness, SuperNova, he's busy getting down a third CC straight after that. So basically he went Rax, CC, Factory, and the factory's getting a tech lab, might I add, so it's not even going to be reactor Hellions, and then into a third CC, so very crazy. The Reapers are still trying to do a little bit more damage, just poking up and down this cliff. The Queen is going to force it back, but look at how many Zerglings have already been forced. 8 out on the field, that's 4 less drones there would have been. And actually SuperNova is only 1 worker behind that of Life, but a big 5 drone wave is about to come out. But with this third CC coming down, that's very quick SCV production, and SuperNova, if he doesn't get attacked for the near future, he's going to be pretty damn happy about that, because it means he's got better economy, he's going to have the 3 mules, the option to scan a bit more, and of course his tech's still looking pretty good, because he's going to be getting out a tank, and this is going to really aid in the defense in case some banelings or anything came up. But the bunker now down, those Marines getting forced back, 2 Reapers loaded up in there was already 2 Marines in there, so as it stands, basically, I'd say SuperNova is ahead at the moment. He's done a nice little bit of pressure, and he's getting this third down. However, Life is already going up to the lair, getting down that second gas geyser, so going to be able to pump out a lot of stuff. Third and fourth gas coming down. This could be it's going to be a very tech-heavy play. Meanwhile, we've got the armory on its way here for SuperNova, which does insinuate that it's probably going to be a mech-style play, but we don't know for sure yet. It could just be for some Hellbats nice and fast. We do have the Starport coming down, so Hellbat drops are a possibility. Reapers are going to be trying to work their way through, dealing a little bit of damage to the Zerglings, really preventing them from coming in or doing anything too nasty, too mean. And I'm thinking, I don't know why, but I'm really feeling Mutalisks here because of the 4 gas down for life and also this Spine Crawler. That Spine Crawler says a lot, that he's wanting to be a bit more defensive. It could be some other stuff, so we'll keep an eye out. It could also be some Swarm Host play or something like that. But down we do have the third now coming there for life, who I don't believe yet has any clue that... Oh no, he does. He's seen the third. Always good times that I've seen that, because now he knows what is going to be occurring. There's the Spire, just as I thought it might be. So this is going to be a 2-base with a delayed third into Mutalisks. This is the sort of thing that SuperNova needs to identify very quickly, and frankly, this Hellbat dropping that's going to be trying to come down is not going to be too strong against a Mutalisk play, because the Mutalisk can clearly shut down those medevacs very quickly. The concern, though, is this Overlord, while it's got relatively good coverage and seeing anything that comes in, obviously there is a small area where a medevac could sneak past. There's also the south direction, where the third and natural base would be vulnerable. But we're going to have to keep an eye out to see exactly what is planned. We've got the double evolution chamber coming down. Something wrong with the placement there, and one of the evolution chambers being forced to cancel and then be remade. That's going to delay upgrades fractionally for life, which is never ideal at this level of play. You've got to be doing everything right. We can see that in terms of resources lost, currently SuperNova has lost nothing, and there in comes this medevac just as expected. The Hellbats are going to be coming down. Our Zerglings getting pulled back in time. No, they're not. Life doesn't seem to know about it. He's even pulled the Queen down. That means these drones suddenly are all up for the taking. This is, of course, prior to the patch change, so these Hellbats still 2-shot drones, and a bit of a slow reaction actually out of life. We can see here that he has now lost a couple of workers, 6 in total, which is a bit of a pain, and this is still what SuperNova has lost absolutely nothing. He's still busy in a great position where this Queen actually unable to attack. We've got, of course, Reapers poking it into the natural base as well, so this is just an attack on all directions. The Queen even going down there. My goodness, that's frustrating. 7 Mutalisks are on their way out. They're going to be able to deal with this medevac and this drop, but already nice damage being done. Hellbat drop in the natural 2. More workers getting taken out. Life down to just 37 drones compared to the 55 SCVs of SuperNova. That third base is going to be invaluable. Look at the mining difference as well. Nearly 10 times more income during this where all the drones have been pulled. So incredibly good situation for life. For SuperNova, because life has not only lost a huge amount, now 17 drones to this double Hellbat drop, but also revealed the Mutalisks. That's giving SuperNova a chance to get down these additional missile turrets, one at every base. Vikings are coming out. There's also a Thor on the way. This is the best you could possibly hope to defend. So this big investment early on from life to get these Mutalisks out off of 2 bases is now going to backfire. He doesn't have the opportunity to actually come and use them before there is an absolutely monumental number of missile turrets down on the field. This one lone Overlord trying to find his way out, but there's a Viking there, so it's not going to be too far. Missile turrets still sitting pretty much everywhere around. The Marine count is pretty low. There's only 6 Marines on the field, so that means the Mutalisks can just engage those head up, but not in the bunker, and that's going to be the problem. Plus the missile turrets, plus the Vikings, plus the 2 Thors that are about to pop. This is looking very good for SuperNova, who is just frankly massively ahead in terms of the worker count. 65 SCVs to 53 drones. And not to mention the 3 mules. That's all looking very, very good for our Terran player here. Azubu is going to be very happy about this. But Life, he's coming back around with these mutas. He knows he needs to do something with them. They can't just be passive. But with the Thors popping, I'm honestly very, very concerned about these Mutalisks getting taken out. Because they clump up, it could be pretty tough. And there, of course, the Mutalisks suddenly see, ooh, that's a Thor. Not what we wanted to see. Missile turrets just sitting around. The Vikings as well. Mutalisk does fall. That's a big loss, and still incredibly low losses at the moment from SuperNova, that he's just able to keep doing this. He's got a better economy. It's going to get pretty tough. Life is starting plus 2 weapon attack. Doesn't yet have yeah, he has 1-1 done, but not signed plus 2 carapace quite yet. And of course, as it stands, this is just going to be sitting here with Life trying to get up the road through and taking a bit more damage from these Hellbat drops once again. Both players on 69 workers, but the mules are down for SuperNova. That's the advantage he's got, why his income is looking a little bit more healthy. The 4th base though for Life, this is going to become absolutely integral in order to tech up quite quickly. The Mutalisks still being invested into, which I find really surprising when the Thors have already been seen, and there's more Thors coming out, but oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, choo-choo train coming down. SCVs are on their way across the map. The mech force slowly waddling its way forward. And yeah, this is on a random side note. Why can Hellbats walk so much better than Thors? Like, they really should upgrade the Thor technology on movement. But the Mutalisks, they are coming. They're going to try and pick off anything they can. But with the Thors there, with the Vikings there, they've got to be so ridiculously careful. More Thors, more Hellbats on their way across. And now the Banelings are going to be trying to come in. Banelings connecting head on with those Hellbats. But the Hellbats taking quite a lot. The Mutalisks quite tightly clumped. With 3 Thors there, they take a huge amount of damage. Roaches desperate trying to get down onto the field. Because, of course, you need a lot of Roaches to deal with Thors. But SCV's there. They're going to be repairing up. Overlord's getting taken out. That supply blocking life really heavily too. This is not what he would have wanted. The Spire is getting focused down. Or at least was for a second. But this is SuperNova coming back for revenge. He wants game number 2 here. And it's looking like he is going to be able to take it. Roach is getting flooded out. He's doing his utmost to try and defend against this. The Thor's actually not engaging though against the Roaches. Drones getting pulled. 4 Thors now here. The SCV still repairing up. But the Roaches with a good concave able to start damaging this through. A couple more Roaches peeling their way into the mix, but as the Roaches pop out and these 34 more Zerglings, I think this could actually get stopped. But Life, he knows that with simultaneously a Hellbat drop in the 3rd, that this would not go in his favour long term, and GG's out. That means this series has been leveled out 1-1. If you enjoyed it, like the video, leave a cool comment, and of course subscribe. Then I'll see you at game number 3 of this best of 3 in just a second.